The ancient tower of Urithiru is located in the central portion of Roshar, upon a mountaintop that is above the high storms and the new Everstorm, the storms that go through and cleanse Roshar almost entirely. For millennia, Urithiru was left ancient and alone, and not much was inhabiting it besides Kremlin and possible Spren. Until Dalinar Kholin brought the new Knights Radiant and the Alethi war camps in via the Oath Gates. Almost 200,000 inhabitants within this massive 10-tiered tower. And not even 1/5 of its space is now occupied. The tower itself, made of stone embedded into this mountain, is full of twists and turns and a maze-like environment that, almost windowless, can feel terrifying to these newcomers. But after a few weeks of investigation and trying to build some type of habitat for the Alethi war camps, there is somewhat of a society slowly building. And on one of the 10 tiers of Iriali's spaces is the princedom of High Prince Sebarial, the new High Prince of Commerce within this space. And within Sebarial's princedom, we see merchants selling wares. We see artifabrians working within labs that are built from the stone as well as wood that has been brought within the ghost-like remnants of this building. The walls are pale, gray stone, seamless, but still have echoes of what used to be the home of many a Knights Radiant, and possibly many a future. We follow one individual as he is making his way towards the High Prince's quarters. Torvin Jast, would you like to describe yourself?
Sure. Torvin Jast, he walks with purpose. He wears a military uniform, as is customary for those working in the Alethi princedoms. But he wears it with a certain amount of, let's say, disrespect for the uniform. The jacket is open. It's, his shirt not quite tucked in fully. He wears a small dagger rather than the customary sword that you would normally see on someone working in the Alethi army. He's a little older, in his early 40s, and with a beard, trimmed with a bit of graying hair, and as he walks through the halls of Urithiru, he has his eyes focused and there's just an air of bitterness on his face as he looks around, takes in his surroundings, sees the hustle and bustle of people setting up their lives in this new tower.
Absolutely. If you would like, you can roll a perception check to see what or hear what is going on in the hustle and bustle of Urithiru.
First
Sure.
roll.
Okay. It's a 17. Rolled a 15 plus 2.
Fantastic. So, you see Ardents walking past you, conversating with scholars, different soldiers kind of marching through, policing the streets in the Sebarial colors of black and gold, mainly kind of watching, making sure there's no issues with, miscreants and whatnot. You also see, as you get to this, where you assume Sebarial stays, a multitude of guards placed in the front of his door, as well as just lavish, gorgeous, Hardasian styled like drapes across the door. Like, compared to everyone else who's kind of like got a little setup or a hut kind of in this area, this space seems like stylized and prepped. You're assuming this is where Sebarial stays. Another thing with the 17 is you hear whispers of a possible death that may change the princedoms of Alethkar entirely. Because, Torvin, you were not here during the Battle of Narak. You were elsewhere.
No, I've just returned to this region. I have been away for 5 or 6 years, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Vengeance Pact had just been made. The war itself, you missed the entire thing, and you were called in, and apparently a city that has been lost to time itself, Dalinar Kholin now calls home. And as you're thinking about all of that, you walk up to the door, this lavish door, and there are a few guards that are kind of standing there. They are at work, but the guards that you've seen previously, these ones seem like they have more of a pride to them than the ones from the previous princedom that you worked at. Oh, what do you do?
I give the guards a nod. Here to see the High Prince.
They kind of turn to one another. Their light eyes scan you up and down, kind of dismissively at first, but then as they see that you aren't going anywhere, one of them walks into the room. And then a calm but stern voice echoes out through the door. Storms, yes, he's supposed to be here. Go on, bring him in.
He takes
And-
note at that familiar accent.
It's a Hardasian voice of a woman that you hear, and kind of shuffling back out the door and kind of opening it for you and bowing, this light-eyed guard lets you in. And as you walk in, oh, go ahead.
No. I didn't mean to interrupt.
you're good.
Go ahead.
As you walk in, you see a Hardasian woman around the same age as you, early 40s. Dark hair. She's kind of paging through some papers as she's reading. You notice her nails are that chitin kind of hard. They kind of look like shellish more than fingernails that you're accustomed to, and she kind of has them sort of small little gems placed in them, like embedded in them. Her clothes, though simple, completely gorgeous. And you can just look at them and know they're possibly some of the most expensive clothes you've ever seen. Her dark eyes look up at you as you are looking at Polona, mistress to High Prince Sebarial. So, I have the pleasure of meeting Torvin Jast, was it?
That is correct, ma'am. And he gives a bow.
Oh, don't worry, love. We do hugs around here. And she kind of pulls you in and pats you. She comes up to your chest for the most part, but she's like, heard you had a long trip all the way back from the homeland.
Yes, it was quite a journey. Glad to be home, he says with a little hint of sarcasm.
Yes. She kind of looks around the room. Mind you, this place is gorgeous. You can tell that everything in here was either brought from wherever Sebarial was calling home as a kingdom itself and just pulled it all in here. There's actual furniture, which you spend a day here. You haven't seen a real bed at all. There's actual furniture in here. There's cabinets, tables set up everywhere. She's got all different colors of wine set up at her desk. Mind you, you can see it's stationed in front of you, and you assume the larger desk that's kind of in the corner with a few more snacks is High Prince Sebarial's. Oh, can I offer you a drink or anything? How are you feeling? You don't have to worry too much.
Well, I won't say no to a drink, Gancha.
That's the spirit. We're family here. And she kind of like slaps you on the back, which you're a little more forceful than you were expecting. She will pour you a orange, and she hands you the glass. And she pours a glass of purple herself, and she lifts it up to good business partners.
A fine toast to good business partners. I see you brought quite a bit of home with you. Notice the
my gem heart. So we're in the middle of the Battle of Narok, right? One of the High Princes goes shooting in the air, comes down, splat, gone to all of us. Rest his soul, Tranquiline Halls, all that, yada, yada, yada. He's telling me, as he's collecting their soldiers, that if these Chulls don't get a move on with all his finest things, we're going to have to go back to the war camps. Can you believe it? Literal Armageddon throughout the entire space, and he's worried about some furniture.
Well, it looks like he set you up quite comfortably here.
Oh, of course. There's one thing I know about Sebarial. He knows when to make the right choices. That's why he chose me. And that's why he thought I made the right decision in choosing you for this.
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Well, Torvin, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. That High Prince I was talking about earlier that went splat on the Shattered Plains, he's not the only High Prince that has recently met his end.
What a shame.
High Prince Sadius is no longer with us here on Roshar.
Sadius?
Mm-hmm.
You're joking. Sadius is dead.
I know. Sweeter words have never been spoken. However, I am not... What's the term? pulling an axehound's leg?
Well, that is news.
Yes, it's very much good news, seeing as how that made bringing you back from exile that much easier.
Interesting. I'm still not following. What exactly do you and Sebarial want with me?
Ah, yes. Well, seeing as how the Sadius is no longer with us, there has been an opening back at the Shattered Plains. The forest that he was in charge of and was selling all of the lumber on is now for sale, open, up for grabs, whatever you like to call it. Needless to say, if you haven't noticed, our new home will require such resources.
I see.
And
I'm guessing you need someone skilled at negotiating a deal to acquire these lands.
humility suits you well, Torvin. Someone such as yourself able to pull out a textile deal with Herdazians, no less. I heard you have a good communication with the mink.
They like me in Herdaz. What can I say?
Well, needless to say, that was impressive enough, but the fact that you were able to find an Alethi Light Eyes willing to give up some of his land back to Herdaz for such a trade. Now that's impressive.
That did take some work.
Oh, I mean, you can tell me the story later on. We have business to get done. What I'm saying is basically, if you haven't noticed with the storm going the wrong way, Roshar's changing. Not but a few weeks ago, I saw a Dark Eyes captain save Dalanar Kolim, the Blackthorn, no less, from the assassin in white. That same Dark Eyes was able to go stand toe to toe with a Shard Bearer, no less.
Well, that is very impressive. Seems I've missed a lot since I've been gone.
Like I said, Roshar is changing. Needless to say, my gem heart decided. Wasn't about the color of your eyes, but the person who can get the job done. And you, Torvin Jas, of the Second Dawn, are that man for this job. So, I'm going to need you to set up a team and set an expedition back to the Shattered Plains in which you set up a trade route that connects that said forest back to Urithiru. You are going to obviously need a scout that knows the Shattered Plains well, security for your endeavors, and an Artifabrian who can build out the science that you'll need. Now, all these people have already been looked over by my gem heart. He's actually going to talk to the Artifabrian right now. But you'll be in charge of collecting the other two.
All right.
Oh.
And who'll be leading this expedition?
She kind of looks around. Well, there's only two of us in here, Goncho, and I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay. Sure. I've run routes like this before. You've come to the right man.
You hear kind of around this like silk draped, it's like a wall sort of, but it's basically just a drape. You just hear, Bologna! Bologna, where's my storming jacket? And walking through that drape is this larger gentleman, darker skin, graying black hair, a Alethi man with these bright light eyes, light brown. You are looking at High Prince Sebarial. Oh,
Hi, Prince. And he gives a light bow.
see that, Polona? No respect for a High Prince. That's why I like this guy. Charmed, and he'll put his hand out for yours.
You see the slightest hesitation, but he puts his hand out and shakes Sebarial's hand.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I can't believe Sadius had you hidden out over in her dad's for so long. Could have been making spears fall out of his ass at this point.
Oh. Truth be told, I didn't mind the posting. I learned a lot over there. Good people, the Herdasians.
Oh, amazing, amazing. This jacket. Right here, you see? Go ahead, feel that. Feel that. Get a nice little touch.
All right. He
takes you back, doesn't it?
just
Ah. I've read.
he gives a smile.
Yes, Polona read me some of your wife's work.
She did.
Yeah, seems as though an uprise was needed at the time.
At the time.
Yeah, well, the world's changing. She's just a little ahead of the game. Anyways, I have to run. I have to go talk to my niece. Pleasure meeting you, Miss Jast, was it? Torvin.
Torvin Jast.
Right. Flip it around. Got it. All right. And he makes his way out. Polona at that time had just handed him his jacket, knowing where all of his things are when he doesn't. As he leaves, Polona sips a little more of her purple and looks up at you. He's teasing you. He's been talking about you all week.
I'm very excited to work for the High Prince, ma'am, he says with a touch of formality.
My gem heart doesn't make many bad investments.
His reputation is well known.
Listen, Torvin. The war camps in the Shattered Plains are, we'll call it, up for grabs. If you are looking for that change or trying to be that change here in Roshar, you get this completed, and maybe Sebarial's interests within the war camps will be a little lighter when it comes to what you're looking at.
He stands there tight-lipped. He acknowledges what she says with a little nod, but he doesn't trust any of this, really.
Well, if you're not gonna believe me, we'll see if you make that change yourself. She kind of like scribbles down a few things on some documents and then hands them to you. You'll need all that for everyone as you're collecting all of the resources that you're going to need for your trip. My advice, think small. Your group of security and the audience and everything, you'll possibly maybe need maybe 1 or 2 chols, 3 if you're feeling fancy. But this should cover everything. She hands you a slip of paper. Make sure you give that to your scribe so they can read that over for you, and you should be good to go.
Thank you. I appreciate this opportunity. I really do.
Torvin.
He takes the paper.
We don't make bad decisions here.
Well, I'll make sure to live up to the standards you've set.
Glad to hear it. And she'll put her hand out.
He doesn't hesitate. He shakes her hand.
This should be fun. And we pan out of the room, kind of zoom out of this room in your ethereal, and we kind of dive down through this tier of this massive tower. We find ourselves shooting past a couple merchants, a few scholars arguing about does Vorinism actually work the way that we assumed it did for thousands of years? We see some kids playing with an axe hound through the halls, and then we slow down and pull up to a kind of ramshackled but built with love Sebarial laboratory. Mandii, would you like to describe who is within this laboratory?
Yes. Standing at a rather high level desk is a young woman, kind of athletic in stature. She has medium length brown hair with red streaks throughout, showing that she has Vaden heritage. Very, very pale, lavender colored eyes, and she is wearing a very fine hava. And the belt on which has a glyph for the Avalon family. Cierna is currently nose deep in a book and taking notations in this very makeshift, very temporary lab while she prepares, hopefully soon, to go back to the lab she wants to be in, which is not here. So she is... She turns kind of thoughtlessly towards 2 other individuals who are kind of floating about in the room, working on their own little projects, 2 ardents, individuals who are working underneath Cierna currently. And that's where she's at. That's what she's doing.
Okay. You hear a crash of glass.
Oh.
And a grunt from an older ardent whose his head is shaved, light brown skin, bushy eyebrows that kind of control his entire face, and a square goatee kind of set. He's much shorter than the other ardent, who is a Alethi woman with long, also shaved head. Hers is completely clean. And she's kind of standing there a little sheepishly as she's the one who dropped this glass sphere, which was holding a flame spren, which quickly dances about in the air for a moment and then kind of just wisps off into the ether.
Oh, dear.
This is ardent. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh dear, I suppose we'll have to capture another one.
Sorry,
It's all
This
right.
is Ardent Sine, and then the
Ardent Sine.
older gentleman is Ardent Voros. Voros doesn't say anything, kind of just grunts and kind of just turns a bit and continues writing and scribing what he was working on. Sorry. This place is a little kind of all over the place. I know you wanted me to just look at the flame spread. I can honestly, it shouldn't be that hard to get us another one.
It's all right, Sine. It's not a big deal, really. She takes a note down. She's like, I will have to make some time to find another one, but it's not that big of a deal, really.
Apologies, Brightness. It won't happen again. You hear from Voros as she says that.
Oh no, the dynamic duo. She kind of glances over at Voros, who she didn't pick, and just kind of makes a little bit of a face.
You see he has these kind of 3 large books stacked next to him at all times, and he's just always scribbling in.
What kind of project is he working on?
He, from what you understand about this gentleman, he has information and histories on ancient fabrials that he has just been logging for almost his entire life as an Ardent. Ardent Sine is a little new to this whole Ardent thing. She is very inquisitive, asks you a lot of questions to the point where it's annoying sometimes, but is always anxious to assist you in any way, shape, or form.
I do prefer a quiet laboratory. Yes.
Well, you haven't had one in the past week because you've been building this place.
Haven't.
And as you're shaking your head and you hear the clank and clutter of Sine trying to find something else she can get into, you hear the marching of multiple footsteps.
Oh. Well, surely that's not for me. She goes back to taking notes.
You turn and you see a squadron of Light Ice guards that kind of in formation turn, stand at attention in like this line as you watch and see your uncle, High Prince Sebarial, walk into your lab. All right, simmer down, at ease, whatever the storms I'm supposed to say.
Uncle, Bright Lord, how are you doing today?
Cierna! How's one of the finest artifabrians within my princedom doing? Oh, this place has seen better.
Yes, we were trying to organize it since we've only been here a short while.
Well, I have good news, better news.
All right.
Good news. You will not be working with Brightness Nivani.
What? I mean, that's good news, Uncle?
Yes, because you'll be working on your own project.
I see. What project is that?
You'll be going, heading back to the war camps, setting up, sorry, you are looking at the new High Prince of Commerce.
Oh!
You can clap now, and some of the guards kind of
yes,
together as they set their spears down.
Congratulations. Very fitting title.
Of course. I'm a very fitting man. Boras kind of does his grunt again as Sebarial says that.
She just gives him a look like, cut it out. Uncle, so you said I'm going back to the war camps. When am I expected to return? My lab is still set up, I hope.
I haven't moved anything.
Oh, good. Then, yes, everything should be in order.
You were able to travel with us through the Shattered Plains, go through the Oath Gate, find yourself here at Urithiru. I need you to help me get the lumber and resources that good old Blackthorn's gonna need in order to build up his kingdom here in Urithiru. I need you to use that Artifabrian brain of yours to build a efficient route between Urithiru and the Shattered Plains. Not Urithiru specifically. You know that Oathgate thing?
Yes,
work from
I'm
there to-
familiar.
Why am I telling you all of this? He pulls out a scroll and hands it to you.
She'll take it and take a
You op-
look.
Yeah, you open it up and it is the most intricate mapping of the Shattered Plains that you've ever seen.
Oh,
From where the Oathgate is set all the way to the war camps. Rightness Shalon Devar and Dalinar made that. The whole light show. Those nights radiant. Ridiculous.
well, I mean, if you think about it, their powers are actually quite fascinating. They could be applied to. Sorry, I'm rambling again. She looks down at her book.
No. I need you to think like that. I need you to think big, think fanciful, because we have a little stick in the road when it comes to trying to get all of this lumber all the way from the war camps to here. And I would like you to roll me either investigation or just, I believe you have like an Artifabrian. Do you have Artifabrian expertise, I'm guessing?
I do have Fabrial crafting, engineering, equipment crafting, lore, deduction.
Okay. Then I'll just give this to you because of that expertise.
Okay.
For what your uncle is asking of you, it requires a massive amount of manpower.
Oh.
A massive amount of manpower in which you no longer have since the Everstorm hit.
Right. Uncle, this type of endeavor would require many people to enact.
I can give you up to 15.
15?
Roughly. There's this guy.
She's doing the math of like how she's like doing the math in her head of like how she could do something like this with 15 people.
I'm assuming some trolls thrown in there as well.
I should hope so. We would need wagons and such to transport or alter at least.
Well, for the most part, you're doing more of a survey job. Once you understand what you need built, then you bring it back here. Bring back the information to me, and then we'll spend the big bucks for it.
You mean field work? She kind of swallows, like... Understood.
Listen, I understand you enjoy your lab and staying secluded and isolated and alone and no friends and no suitors. I am so tired of your mother asking me to find you suitable individuals. And I thought, what, work? Exploration and experience? Problem solved.
She hesitates, but she'll say, yes, a fine solution, Uncle. You're very wise.
No, I just want
She looks so
you out of
nervous.
I want you out of my hair and your mother to stop, out of my ear.
She is quite persistent. I apologize.
Extremely.
I appreciate you stepping in.
But listen, if this is your first big project on your own, make this work, the Blackthorn himself will remember your name. And Brightness Navani won't be so quiet about interest in possibly working with you.
She hides behind her book a little bit, like, really? Do you think so?
Of course.
She's fangirling. She loves Navani. Oh, well.
So-
I'll do it. Yes. Of course, Uncle. Whatever you need.
Damnation, that's wonderful. Oh, sorry. Ardents. Both Ardents kind of
Oh
like
my.
sheepishly look down as
She does too. She's, oh my.
That reminds me, you two are going as well.
What?
Excuse me, Brightler? She's gonna need assistance in... what am I paying you for? You don't pay us it's semantics. Listen. Get whatever supplies you need. You'll be working under a Torvin Jast.
Torvin Jast, I'm not familiar with that house, I don't think. Could I roll
Absolutely.
Can I roll lore
Lore.
to see if
Lore
I'm
would be a
familiar
good
with
roll
that
for
family?
this.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a +6 to that.
Jay.
18.
18. There is no Jast house in not only Sebarial's lands, but any of the lands of any of the 10 princedoms.
I don't know that surname, Uncle. Are they a newer family?
You don't know Torvin Jast of the Second Non.
The second nun. He's not a Bright Lord?
Not that I know of. He's been
All right.
exiled to Herdas for the past, 5-6 years?
Well, there are worse places to be exiled. Wait, why was he exiled?
I'm not going to stop you from getting that icebreaker on your own. This is going to be part of your journey, meeting people, having conversations. You can't hide under my
needless,
robes for the rest of your life.
I see. I understood. She kind of shrinks a little bit. She looks very, very awkward. Well, when should I expect to meet, Mr. Jast?
He'll probably introduce himself to you. You can introduce yourself to him. Really, it was just building the team. I'm not the one introducing the team. That's below my pay grade.
Of course. I see. Well, tell me where to go and I will be there.
Oh, yeah. He still has to pick up. There's that one security guard, and then there's that really nefarious looking one. Tell you what. And he will give you basically the last place that he saw Dialan, which is going to be in a like training area for most of the soldiers of I believe it'll be a couple tiers up to where Sadius's war camp basically made home.
Got it. Okay. So I am very familiar with Eurythera. I studied the maps that were given to the other nobility to know what's what and where. I'm looking around the room a little bit while this conversation is happening. Is Nanzashu here?
He is not. What you would
Okay.
know is he had watch
Got it.
during this
Okay.
time. He's usually home with the rest of your family by the time you're done your work as well.
Uncle, I suppose I should be bringing my brother along as well?
What for? I've got security on this thing.
Oh, I see. Understood.
Yeah.
I will
should be
let him know
fine.
that I'm departing then.
The guy I have set up for this, crazy good with the sword, crazy good with the spear, crazy good with anything.
She kind of nods. She's like, cool. No babysitter. Nice. All right. She doesn't say that out loud. She's just kind of nodding, like, oh, excellent. Excellent. I will start packing immediately. Sine, for us. I guess we're gonna move lab
brightness?
again.
Oh.
Start
Yay.
preparing for the road again. I know it's only been a few weeks.
Collects breath. That's wonderful. Damnation.
Oh
Ah.
dear. Uncle, your
Listen,
language
if there's
is
anything else you need, obviously it's on me.
Understood.
Damn near own everything. All right, boys, let's go. And he turns around. Oh, he gives you a hug, of course.
Oh yeah.
Very informal. Like
Mhm.
he loses the whole high prince mode for a moment.
Yeah, she started off with the Bright Lord thing because there's guards here, and that fell off very quickly.
Yeah. Both of you just lost all formality immediately.
Mhm.
And then he makes his way out.
Oh dear. I'm not prepared for the field. She's gonna start getting ready, I guess.
Yeah. And we can do one of two things. If you want to make your way to the next spot, you can.
Yeah.
But we're going to meet up with Torvin, who has made his way to the Sadius war camp on the higher tier. And as you're walking through here, you feel as though you are stepping on pins and needles, as half the amount of people here seem on edge and the other half doesn't truly know what's going on. And as you're walking through, you kind of hear some shouts and like the slamming of spear on shield and just swearing and sometimes the rolling of what you assume the rolling of dice and banter. You see a group of soldiers kind of around this massive area that looks like in millennia ago was in an area of maybe judgment or where scholars stood together and had calm conversation. Right now it is a full Fight Club-esque circle pit, and two gentlemen are dueling in the center.
I see. This seems to be my first quarry here, I'm assuming. In this
Possibly, yes. As you hear the shouts, and so what's happening is that circle is kind of like looking down. I need you to
Okay.
picture like, you know how like in the old school like operation table in the center, and then all the doctors kind of like look around or are like seated around in the circle. It's like one of those, but instead of a bunch of scholarly individuals, you got a bunch of Sadius's soldiers, unbuttoned, kind of disheveled, never neat. And you see one gentleman in the center dueling with with his sword in Sebarial's black and gold against one of Sadius's lieutenants, you're assuming, as he is. These are both light eyes. Dialan, I'm trying to make sure I hit that correctly. Dialan, would you like to describe your character for us?
Dialan is a rather large, broad fellow. He has very bright green eyes. He stands about 6'4". He is covered from nearly head to toe in fine plate armor. He is wearing the crest of Sebarial upon his breastplate. A little bit of he tries to keep a pretty neat military freshness, but pretty well always has a perpetual 5 o'clock shadow upon his face. Hair swept back, not kept at exact military length, but he is clearly deft with the weapons that he wears. He carries himself with that same sort of battle ready assuredness that many warriors are sort of seen to have, but there's just a hint of an ever-present worry or sadness sitting behind those eyes, even as he's in his in his moment here. He almost seems kind of like recalcitrant that he's having to conduct himself like this.
And as your mind kind of drifts off from this duel, as muscle memory kind of takes over, the last second you hear a "Take his storming head off, Lieutenant!" and you kind of come back as the blade of your combatant swings past your head, and you kind of dodge it at the last second. We are going to start our first combat encounter.
All right.
How combat works here in Cosmere RPG, PCs always go first. There is a fast turn and a slow turn. So kind of similar to 5e after that, but there are some cool things such as a grazing attack, and crits are a lot easier to have, but let's just hop in and you guys can experience it with us. With that being said, on the fast attack turn, Dialan, what would you like to do?
Dialan sort of locks in, recognizing pretty swiftly that as reluctant as he is to be here, the person that's in front of him is going to do their best to make an example and work for show. He's in Sadius's war camp. The warriors here are cruel. This was set up as supposedly a training session to have Dialan give a little bit of instruction to these new warriors in Sadius's camp that have been brought in after the Battle of Narak and after Sadius's now new High Prince has stepped in, etc., etc., etc. And so the focus now is for him to at least give a good show and a bit of instruction for those watching. And I'm immediately going to drop into my vigilant stance, and then I'll ask, how exactly far away is the other warrior?
I'm going to stick to what I said recently. If the blade was almost that close to your head, I'm going to say he's about 5 feet from you.
Perfect. Then, yeah, you watch as Dialan, he squares his feet. His eyes flash to what he calls the shadow of his weapon, the exact reach that he can achieve, and then it is a very simple and practiced swipe at his opponent with his greatsword.
Absolutely. Roll to attack.
I roll the attack. I've rolled a 20.
All right.
That is
With a 20, that's going to hit.
8 damage on a hit.
Ooh. Okay. You swing your blade straight into the side, right in the rib cage. And though these blades are dulled for this, the impact of you and your professionalism of just striking him right in the spot where his armor isn't connected, and you hear kind of some of the air from his lungs just escape him. And there is a moment of fear that kind of crosses his eyes, and that fear that you instinctually, if you're on the battlefield, you're like, this is my moment to strike and kill. And a lieutenant at this point should not be, after just one attack, having a moment like this, but it's happening. That is your fast attack.
Torvin nudges one of the like Sadius's people and goes, "Is it too late to bet on that mountain of a man over there?"
One of Sadius's men kind of looks at you and grimaces. Dark eyes gentleman, and he looks to you and he kind of says, gambling's heresy around here.
Of course.
It's more of a he doesn't like you and he doesn't want to gamble with you than a like come on, man, that's against the rules. He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
That is the vibe you're getting from these men. But as you're looking, you also see two gentlemen in Sebarial's colors down closer to where Dialan is actively in this duel. That lieutenant that you're fighting, Dialan, kind of locks in, and he also is going to swing at you. Does he have any fancy tricks? Nope.
No fancy trick.
Fantastic. He swings at you, misses completely. Kind of still winded from that hit, and he stumbles onto the ground. Just like looks like a man who has never swung a sword before. At this moment, you start to realize, oh, this guy is new. And he kind of, at this point, just on all fours, and you notice he's breathing heavy. You wonder if this is the first time he's put on this armor. And we are going to, since you both had fast attacks, we're going to go back to the top. It is your turn again.
I am going to immediately seeing that there's a fairly good chance that he's not going to strike me again. I am going to enter Iron Stance. I will spend one of my focus, and I will enter Iron Stance. And it is a far more defensive form. My blade raised above my head, ready to deflect in a far more, in a less restrictive manner. And then I'll take a step forward as almost like a pump fake to try to bait out a sloppy attack, and then I'll strike again. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll that. That is a 16. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that is another 20.
That's gonna hit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll hit this guy.
Okay. Then that'll be 7 damage.
7 damage. Got it. All right.
Mhm.
At this point, he tried to grab his blade and then kind of do an uppercut swing off the ground. He was already on all fours, so just no balance whatsoever. Shows his back to you, and you immediately strike him across the spine, and he kind of lets out a yelp that some of Sadius's men just kind of like scratch their head and kind of like act like they didn't see it. He immediately turns around. At this point, he's in a full rage. He is going to he already did a fast attack. He will use 2 of his focus and try a debilitate.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna roll at disadvantage because this is supposed to be done to people in prone. That's how much this guy sucks.
Since I only made 1 attack and I would have had an extra action, and entering
you would've.
stance is a free action, I am going to use another focus, and I'm going to attempt to dodge and make him roll with disadvantage.
He already had disadvantage, but I'm gonna throw. No, you're good. You're good. I'll just add a complication to that.
Okay.
He rolled a 9 plus 5, so that's 14.
14 does not hit.
14 does not hit. He swings daftly again, and once again his blade leaves his hand.
So, since I'm in Iron Stance, I will immediately get a reactive strike on the miss. So I am going to hit him again. That's a 25. And this time
This poor guy.
it's 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. This guy, as the blade leaves his hands, you instinctually just see the best place to strike him is across. You go for the shoulder, but he's so off balance and he's making moves like it's that moment when you notice somebody doesn't know what they're doing so much that they confuse you, and where his shoulder should have been, his face is, and your sword connects with the side of his face, and he's gonna have a welt there.
Dialan
is-
has a moment. He gets there's a moment where you see his eyes very much glaze over, even in the heat of battle. This is very reminiscent of something that he would love to forget, and it sort of takes a lot of the wind out of his sails, and his blade drops just a few inches as he takes a step back.
He's going to take that time as he kind of sees that you're off balance, kind of slowly walk to try and pick up his blade again. I'm gonna make him, he has to do a slow action just because he had to do that for the next round. So fast action first, you're first. What would you like to do?
Dialan realizes that he's falling into old habits, and that perhaps just a hint of the thrill is coming back into his blood. And as exciting as it is, and as satisfying as it is to lay someone low from Sadius's war camp, Dialan falls out of Iron Stance, and he is just going to take on a regular kata. And I will wait for his attack.
Okay. He used all his focus, so he can't do that move again. He charges straight towards you. Blade overhead. You've seen this move multiple times, and you have in your head 3 different ways to hit this individual before he brings his blade down. He rolled an 18 to hit. Does that hit?
The 18 hits.
Okay. That is going to be 7 plus 5 is 12 points of damage.
Okay, reduced for deflection, and I've got it.
And you can
Okay.
tell that that took all of his effort to do. And you look into his eyes, and the frustration, the feeling of embarrassment, and slowly but surely you see red begin to creep within them, of looking at you and not knowing if it's pity that you look upon him at, or just disappointment.
Think it's my turn now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that Dialan understands that he wasn't meant to come here today and win. That this was supposed to be a training exercise, and there's a very good chance that he pushed his luck a little too far and got a little bit too showy with the new lieutenant, and that he's still fresh out of those crews, and it's time to sort of back off a little bit. And I think that Dialan, he screws up his face. He makes a look of frustration that this hit hurt him so much more than what it actually did, and then I'm gonna roar and drop my blade and try to grapple this man.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is awesome. He rolled a 5.
Oh, geez. I have rolled
Plus 3,
yeah.
8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've rolled a 21.
Okay.
So I grab this man, and I see the red in his eyes, and banter. God bless the Cosmere RPG system is a free action in this game. And so I look him in his eyes as I put him into a full mount, and I grab him by his pauldrons and I say, "You can take this win today. But if you meet someone like me on the battlefield, you die. Now hit me." And then I will end my turn.
All right. And with that, you see that bloodshot that was coming from his eyes kind of takes over entirely. And there's a twisted grin on his face as he, not with his blade, but with his hand, pauldron hand, just swings straight across your jaw. You've been punched harder, but you kind of give to the strike, fall onto your side, and he immediately gets up and begins pummeling you.
I just take the lashing.
At first punches you and then eventually gets up and begins kicking you in the side. You will have bruises on your ribs for a moment. At first there are a couple of questionable, like, confused soldiers, but then after a while they themselves get caught up in the thrill and begin cheering this lieutenant on as he puts this officer of Sebarial in his place. There's a moment, there's a shout. "Lieutenant!" He stops, looks up. There is you assume possibly maybe a general of sorts for Sadius. "Collect your men. Colin's men have been walking around this tier. Something's not right." Immediately, all of Sadius's soldiers kind of like tuck in their uniforms and try to like stand at attention. "Torvin, this is the sloppiest mess you've ever seen in your life, and you're not even a soldier." The general himself kind of ignores Dialan. I'm going to butcher your name. Kind of ignoring Dialan, and as Sadius's soldiers kind of leave and exit the area, that lieutenant kind of looks at you out of that stupor. There is a moment of shamefulness, and then he turns to follow the rest of them. "Well, I've never seen you take a beating like that before." And Hiron, one of your men, kind of like gets down at your level, kind of stands there. "You need any help, right, Lord?"
Dialan gets up and he pushes himself up on a knee. "No, I'm fine. Sadius's camp needed the win."
I mean, there's a win, and there's just, pity.
Yeah, well, what was I supposed to do?
Hiron is more in uniform and clean cut than you are. His dark Alethi hair has a few curls in them. His skin itself is coarse like sandpaper. He just looks rough and tumble all around, but he's like, when it comes to being pristine with his uniform, he takes it very seriously. Next to him is Sadinar, who is a little less an understanding of military aesthetics and is still getting used to wearing a uniform. Both of them coming from the bridge crews with you and following you to Sebarial's camp. This dark-eyed gentleman has his hair a little more disheveled, sort of like yours, and he's kind of like following your lead in what he needs to do with his uniform. Dialan, Bright Lord, Lieutenant, whatever we're supposed to be calling you. There's this guy in Sebarial's colors kind of watching us right now, as he points behind him to Torvin.
Actually, I'd still be in Sadius's colors, technically.
Oh, you are?
Well, I mean, I just found out that I was transferred to.
Oh, that's right. I'm just going off your art. I'm sorry.
Right, yeah.
Okay, in that case, he would just point to I don't know if he's a merchant or what, but one of Sadius's men stay behind. Pretty interested in the fight. Torvin, if you'd like to give me an insight or perception check.
Okay. Insight or perception. Not great. Shoot, that was a low roll. 9 total.
9 total. Dialan, if you'd give me a performance check.
Performance check. Absolutely.
Does he know he threw the fight? Or is he
Thank
like,
you.
this is the guy that's protecting us?
Exactly. This is the difference between Torvin sweating and going,
I have decent insight too. That's just a low roll.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not seeing a performance.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about
then it will be deception. Deception, yeah.
Mhm. Gotcha.
That's me playing too much 5e before switching to
I do the same thing with
CosmRPG.
VTM, like every day.
5e,
I
what's
rolled a
that?
12.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
Then Torvin. He was looking good in the beginning, and then he just lost his stamina and just took that L. And you are wondering, Sebarial doesn't make bad decisions, huh? What storm's going on here?
Did you get muted?
You muted, Craig.
I did. Yeah. My bad. Your men kind of point to Torvin behind them, and he's kind of up on. You can walk up the stairs towards where he's standing.
Yeah. I'll like wipe some of the blood off my mouth. Kind of like slick my hair back. That's probably totally mussed and full of dirt. And then I look to Hiram. Yeah, but did I look super tough as I was getting my ass kicked? And then I'll start walking over to Torvin.
I mean, at the beginning, yeah, you looked really tough. Like,
Yeah, I looked
some
real
of
tough, right?
Sadius's men were kind of wondering if maybe they should go talk to Sebarial, but then
Was I
at the
convincing?
end, I mean, you would have to be blind to not know that you just threw the end of that fight. I mean, did you see the lieutenant? If he ends up fighting one of those flying
He's gonna
void
walk.
bringers,
He's gonna try to fight even just a war form, and he's done.
it's the end. It's the end of him. Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yep.
it might be better for his men, honestly.
We shouldn't think like that.
I'm sorry that Collect made me so, honest.
Wish for better men, not dead men.
And they walk up to you, Torvin.
Ah. Man of the hour. Feeling
It seems
okay?
so. I'm feeling bruised.
Oh, you got the creme kicked out of you.
Is that obvious?
Oh, you're a little bloody.
A little bit. Why were you watching me?
Well, who doesn't watch a good fight? I almost bet on you.
You weren't cheering like the rest.
Surprised you lost? Thought you had him at first.
I did.
Huh. Well, I've been sent to collect you. Don't let the colors fool you. I work for Sebarial now as well.
What made you defect?
Oh, not by any choice of mine. Just traded amongst high princes, as is their wont.
Sadnar kind of speaks up. Sorry, to whoever you are. You're speaking to Lieutenant Dialan. You want to show your respects?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Bright Lord. And he gives a very deep bow, like incredibly sarcastic. Does that make you feel better?
Sadnar's kind of confused as he kind of stuck his own foot in his mouth. I'm just gonna wait next time till you give me the order on that one. I'm gonna go stand over here. And he kind of like walks off.
Yes, it's not lost on me, the color of your eyes, Bright Lord. They failed to tell me that I would be in charge of a bunch of Light Eyes.
So you have defected from Sadius's camp. You have been traded, you've said, to Sebarial's, and now you are to lead us, you say.
That's correct.
Is that going to be a problem for you?
Not a problem for me.
It's not a
Well,
problem for me then.
Well, we'll see. You want to get your things? We've got to collect a few more, and I'll tell you what I know along the way.
Yeah. And Dialan goes and he picks up a small sack. It's got his, he's got the basics. You see him tuck a small length of rope that he had set aside back into his uniform sitting underneath his armor. And then he falls in line behind you. Lead away.
As they start to leave the camp, Torvin takes off his jacket with Sadius's colors, and he just unceremoniously shoves it in the hands of some guard in Sadius's camp and goes, "Here, take this. I don't need this anymore."
As you do that, you notice that guard is running down the hall. For some reason, as he kind of holds it, doesn't know what's going on, but is continuing to just run down a hall that you faintly, if you listen hard enough, there's some shouting. And the last thing we hear is Hiron kind of slapping Sadnar on the back. Storms, wait till the boys hear about this. World's really turning upside down. And we've been going for a while. I think we're gonna do a break before we introduce our final character. I'm so sorry, Adam. We kind of went a minute.
Popcorn. I'm chilling, man. I've been enjoying it.
But make sure you go grab some snacks, take a little break, get your stretches in, posture check, all that jazz, and we will be right back, probably in like 10 minutes. But yeah.
Stick around.
Hello and welcome back to Heirs of Honor. One thing, well, I'm going to go through all the announcements, but there's one important announcement that I forgot to say. If you are enjoying this wonderful first episode of the show, but you gotta run. You got stuff to do. You're an adult. You got a life. You got a family. That's quite all right because we're going to upload this along with the rest of the episodes with the rest of our wonderful stories that we tell here on MagiRPG on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/MagiRPG. And if you ever want to talk about the Cosmere or any other wonderful tabletop RPGs that we play on the channel, you can find us on the Discord under the same name. Tomorrow, Blood Money. And then the Tuesday coming up, we have the return of Breath Between Branches. And then next Thursday and every Thursday until I say otherwise, we will be continuing this story of Heirs of Honor at the same time. Another shout out, if you see down at the bottom of our screen, we have donations. We appreciate all donations that are made because it goes immediately to our wonderful artists who made, shout out to Crisby, who made the wonderful art that you see for our wonderful characters right next to their names. They all look so pretty. They're so gorgeous. I love calling Torvin Andor because that's just all I think of when I look at him. He's gonna be the change we need here on Rorschach. It's gonna be great. But with all that, I believe those are all the announcements I was supposed to make. Shows, socials, and art. All right, we're good to go. And with that, we're gonna hop right back in. And where we're headed next, we're going to stay with Torvin and Dialan as they move into the residential depths of Sebarial's tier. A long corridor that is kind of repurposed into an informal common space. You can see kind of on the halls as well as into further into some spacious rooms. Some look like closets, some look like former bathroom areas, but they all have like bedroom setups. Some have a full like small apartment for some folks. Literal families are all set up around here, along with the same amount of merchants of clothing, of food. Torvin, you smell the familiar smell of chowta through the air as you guys watch an axe hound kind of scurry across. And then you guys go deeper through the halls, and it gets a little more dark. You start to notice that the familial safety in which you were walking through previously turns to the more rough and tumble areas of the more shadowy areas where nefarious deeds get done in the shadows. And you walk up to what looks like a tavern, or what they're trying to make out as a tavern. And this is the place in which, as Torvin, you look at the paperwork Polona gave you, and you read that Nevod is usually located drinking in the more, she kind of phrases it in women's speech, less friendly spaces of Sebarial's camp. You walk into this tavern, everyone kind of does that cinematic turn, looks at you, and this smoky mist is kind of all throughout the tavern. And you look around, Nevod, you are sitting at a table playing towers. What does your character look like?
Nevod, you would say at first glance, I think most of Sebarial's war camp is very like prim and proper, and uniforms are, pretty well maintained, and Nev's is not. You can see that it's creased and kind of disheveled a little bit. You see he's got this like kind of sort of greasy slicked back hair, and you do note that although it's subtle and it's kind of hard, like you'd have to kind of really see maybe in the light. He has light eyes, and you'd see kind of nothing else really to him. You see a little side sword and dagger kind of that he, like, for some reason still has on him, which kind of seems strange considering he's just at a tavern in Urithiru. But the one striking thing is you see a very large scar that goes basically from his forehead, passes down through his eyes and all the way through and passes through his lips. And he's probably one of the few that didn't turn to look at you, as he's just kind of like, you see him just kind of like slam back a drink, and then he slams it down as he's kind of like looking at this game in front of him.
As you do that and you look at your cards, you look at your opponent. Full white outfit, long white trench coat, kind of like what we would understand as a cowboy hat, a lethy, tan skin. This young woman, middle-aged woman, kind of looks at you. She's been drinking Horneater White all night. So, I never asked you. How'd you get that scar?
Oh, I could tell you the story, but I don't think it's going to change the predicament you find yourself at here, trying to distract me.
No. You've only taken a few of my spheres.
Look,
I can win them back.
We've been doing this song and dance for, I don't know. It's, whatever. We just got back. We're just trying to enjoy it. But yeah, I'll tell you some other time. Okay. Right now, I'm just trying to teach you another lesson.
Yeah. You're the one teaching me things. And she kind of like holds herself for a moment as you wonder if the Horneater White is catching up to her. Are those your friends over there?
I don't have friends. He like turns and looks back. I have no idea who they are.
Yeah. The guard, there's 3 guards that kind of walked in here, which is probably why everybody turned around. But as you do that, who you know as Vale, looks back and kind of goes, all right, you win this round, but I think they are here for you. I'm gonna go cause some mischief.
I'll reach out if you need me. But maybe don't get too crazy. I think you might have had a little bit too much.
Nev, I'll be fine. She kind of sits there for a moment. Take it easy. She winks at you. She gets up and walks out with the Horneater White.
Every storm in time.
You are a few spheres richer, as per usual, when Vale goes on these tangents. But yes, you see, Torvin, you see the individual that you're looking for.
He motions to Dialan. Judging by the scar, I think that's our man.
Him?
You know him?
No.
He motions over to that they're going to approach. Starts walking towards Nevod. He takes a seat at the table.
Collects breath. You are here for me. Oh, what?
Disappointed?
I just got back. I'm just trying to enjoy a nice drink. Maybe a game of tea. Do you play towers? You want to play some towers?
I could play some towers.
What could I do for you?
Well, I'm here on business.
Oh, that's gonna cost you a
Sebarial.
drink. That's gonna cost you a drink.
Well, you can put it on Sebarial's tab.
Oh, I'm listening.
Have you not worked for Sebarial before?
Oh, I've worked with Sebarial a lot.
I see.
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by a lot. But yes, I work. Yes, I have. All right. I'm just saying you're coming in here, you're disrupting my nightly routine. And all I'm asking for is a drink. You're here, you're obviously going to bring me some sort of problem that I'm going to have to solve.
All right. He gestures for a drink to the table. Well, you'll have to get the next round. Well, it looks like our friend Sebarial has a mission for us. And I've been put in charge of that.
I'm supposed to be on leave.
Oh. Well, that's not really my concern. You'll have to take that up with the High Prince.
Yeah, because that's yeah, all right. Okay, all right, great. Well, okay, yeah, should I had you give me a 2 drinks. Okay, so what? Okay, so and who are you, by the way?
Torvin Jast.
Never heard of you.
That's
How do you
fine
know?
with me.
How are you equating this coming in here and telling me what I should and shouldn't do? You don't even have a uniform on.
Oh, that's true. Well, I need a new one. I'll have one soon enough. As is
Great.
customary.
All right, great. And you obviously know who I am. And you've
I
got
have the
quite an
paperwork.
entourage here.
He pulls papers out of his pocket. If you need the proof.
Well, I mean, I can't. I could get someone to look at that. Sure.
There's a shout in the bar, and then a gentleman is tossed across one of the tables, and you hear someone shouting in a tongue that none of you know. Does anybody here know Unalaki? No? So you just hear a Horn Eater speech from a woman who's kind of shouting from across the room. Late 20s, about the same height, if not taller than Torvin. Very muscular in leathers and cloths. Has a bow across her back. Her nails are similar to a Hardazian's. And her hair is kind of braided tight in the back, bright red. Nev, this is your scout partner who scouts with you usually, Kelly. As you know, this is her name shortened, but you know her as Kelly.
Lively place.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Kelly, okay, push him off the table and come over here.
Ugh.
Oh,
And she kind of grabs his face and just shoves him completely over, and he rolls off the table. She basically knocked him out. What is this?
You, apparently we have a mission from the High Prince himself.
Ugh.
But there's there's documents that my friend Corvin.
Here, give it to
Oh.
me. And she just snatches them from you. You're used to this.
Sure. Oh,
Says
he
says here you are no longer in service to Brightness Shalon, and you will be working for the Torvin Jost, second non.
Oh, what did I screw up, huh?
Yeah, how did you screw up?
I didn't do anything, Kelly, huh? All right.
We were supposed to be on leave.
That's what I just told him. I just told him, and look, he's got a whole entourage of guards here. Like what is this?
So what? We go back to Shattered Plains?
Yeah. What is I don't know. What is the plan? What is this?
yeah, that's about the short of it, right? That's what we're doing out here.
Of course. Yeah. Yes. Always. Oh yeah, Nev. Why don't you just take someone else to the Shattered Plains? Yeah, it's definitely safe there. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, bring Kelly. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. All right. What about your? Who's the big one and the other kind of slightly also big ones?
Well, these are our companions. Dialan, another bright lord, introduces him.
Hey.
And his entourage.
Hey.
Oh, his entourage. Oh, okay. All right. Hello. Are you all accompanying us on this journey?
I mean, we're probably security,
Where I go, they
if
go.
anything. Yeah.
Okay.
This is funny. Because it's the same thing with you, Nev. Where I go, you go, unfortunately.
Well, that is a package deal, I suppose.
Yes,
He looks
'cause
at
you cannot read.
Dialan. Yeah, Torvin looks at Dialan. Well, she looks like she can win a fight.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Yes, you get in fight with Chasm Fiend, White Spine.
I had a run in with a very competent opponent.
This man is bad liar. When do we leave?
Yeah. Normally they say I'm the one that looks like. Anyway. Yeah, when do we leave? Do I got time? Can I sleep? I mean, what's the plan, fearless leader?
You'll have time to get a good night's rest, gather your things. We still need to gather one more companion and figure out our equipment. But we'll be leaving tomorrow.
Okay. And how what is the papers? How many are we supposed to get safely through the Shattered Plains? Has anyone here even been through the Shattered Plains?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that makes one. All right. What about you?
Well, this will be my first time since traveling to the tower.
Got it.
Sadinar and Hiron have also been through the plains.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not a forgiving place, but
Yeah. Highs and lows. And Hiron kind of nudges Dialan.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why we gather big, strong men such as yourselves to protect the caravan. That's what you're here for. Right?
Whatever you say.
Callie, did you hear that? He called me big and strong.
I think he got confused and was talking to me.
Yeah, whatever.
It is okay.
All right.
We have been drinking.
Well,
Just a little bit.
well,
Sure.
our job
And-
is going to be to set up a trade route. We'll make our way over to a patch of lumber that we're trying to secure, make sure that we're able to gain the rights for Sadius, and bring back as much as we can in the first haul.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Gain the rights for Sadius. Sadius owns all the lumber. What do you...
I meant Sebarial. Sorry, I said the wrong name. For Sebarial.
Why? That makes no sense. Why would Sadius give up the lumber? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
That is odd.
Well, I guess this news will come out soon enough anyway. Keep this between us, or don't. I don't really care. It seems High Prince Sadius has met an untimely fate.
This man is very funny.
What do you mean?
First, he confuses you with strong and muscular, and now he is saying High Prince is dead.
Just
Yeah,
going
what do-
off of what I was told
You were told this.
by Polona herself.
Can I like
Insight. That'll be
insight? Yeah, I want to insight. I want to see, I'm like, can I just see here?
I'm telling the truth. Should I roll persuasion against that?
Yeah. Kelly is spelled Keli. It is short for Kelly Nahim Rashala.
Okay. I rolled a 21 on persuasion.
Got it.
Um,
You see some shock spren kind of pop up by Kelly's shoulders.
I think I just click the little dice, right? That's like insight, and
Yeah.
then just click roll, right? Oh, well, then I
Mhm.
rolled a nat 20 for a 24.
Ooh.
You know that Torvin is telling the truth. You also get an opportunity for later.
Oh.
Now,
I would
I'll
say
be,
once just quickly once like I read the face and I could tell that you're telling the truth, there is a blatant shift in the manner and deference that Nev has had this whole time, as you see him just kind of like sit like up for a second and just kind of like stare off, and you see his eyes start twitching as he just like immediately goes into thought. And you kind of see his hand is like on the table with his drink, but it's kind of like just like tapping, like kind of anxiously, as he just kind of sits there for a second.
unfortunately, I don't have a first-hand accounting of this. If I could confirm it with my own eyes, I would. But that's what I've been told. Sad day, right?
I have had sadder days.
Do you know what
What does
happened?
that mean?
Sorry? I
Do you
didn't
know
hear
when it
there.
happened?
Oh, quite recently, I imagine. By the look of everybody else in Sadius's camp, seems like some people know and many still don't. I'm
I need
assuming-
another storm and drink.
Oh, it's that fresh.
Oh, this is
Dialan, you start to think back to when your duel ended and all of Sebarial's camps were rushing around.
Sadius is going to lash out. Urithiru is about to get ugly. And I bet
Yeah.
all of his holdings in the plains are about to be pushed.
A wonderful time for an Alethi High Prince to make a move, which is where we come in.
Are you sure that was the one picked for this? I just feel like if I would rather not go into the belly of the beast when we're already in the belly of the beast. That doesn't seem smart. I would say like the entire demeanor of Nev, like as someone who's wearing like uniform of Sebarial and like obviously has some sort of station and has some sort of trust, right? Does not act like, I mean, you see like Dialan and you see the other soldiers, and it is just like completely polar opposite. Like he does not act like someone who's like been through the ranks in Sebarial's forces this entire time. As he kind of like takes another like big swig and Kelly, this is gonna get rough, but big guy's right. It's gonna get pretty messy here pretty quick, I would assume.
Well, Nev,
So-
we make choice. die in shadows, stabbed by some angry soldier, or eaten by chasm fiend.
Oh, you know me. I'd rather be away from too many people. Just do me a favor and let's keep this quiet. I think you're all pretty, I would think, smart enough to do that already, but there's going to be a lot of heat on this, and if people find out what we're doing or why we're doing it, then I think that we're going to attract unwanted attention outside of what we already have to deal with in the Shattered Plains.
It's a good note.
I will be candid for a moment. Anything that we take away from Sadius is a win for Alethkar. So I'm in, all the way.
Well, this is going to be an opportunity for all of us. I assume all of you have done something wrong. You've ended up with me. So
Dialan looks
This
a
must
little
be-
nervous.
this must be your penance.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't done anything.
That's right. We are perfect. No problems whatsoever.
Straight as an arrow.
I believe her. But you two,
What do you?
Must have done
Okay,
something.
and what have you done, huh, Mister? I don't have a jacket, and you're here leading us.
hey, you're as stumped as I am on that one.
Yeah, this will be fun. Who's this last person we have to grab? Hopefully, it's someone with some actual world experience. Experience in the Shattered Plains would be nice.
Oh. I think we're collecting an Artifabrian. So, probably not that much.
Oh joy. Oh joy.
How?
This they sit in room, they make baubles, they talk to Spren. Well, I talk to Spren. That's not actually a negative.
You keep
But
saying that I've never seen. Yeah.
they're
it's
all
fine.
around. You have them buzzing around your head right now.
I mean, yeah, but like, they don't. Okay, yeah, but yeah, okay, that's exactly who we. Okay, how early tomorrow are we leaving?
As soon as we can secure our caravan.
So, time for another drink. You want a
Multiple-
drink? You guys want drinks?
Yeah, I'll take another drink. Why not?
That's a good man I just met, and apparently now is my boss. And I'm just gonna wave over like to get like a round of drinks for like the soldiers and like just like the for everyone basically.
And as you guys all drink the night away, we are going to pan from your awkward icebreaker and zoom over to Cierna. Cierna, where are you headed now that you have this information on this project?
Well, I
preparing.
was told to go to the training grounds, so I checked there. Didn't
Completely
find
empty.
anyone, not even my brother, which is concerning. And so I am wandering around Urithiru, debating on whether or not I should simply go back to the lab, because why would I search for these people? I don't even want to find them. Maybe they'll leave me behind and I won't have to do anything, and I can just work with Navani like I planned and not have to go out into the field. That's her inner monologue as she's walking around with her nose in a book, barely paying attention to what direction she's walking in, because she is busy studying, and every moment that she can spend checking her notes, the better. So yeah, she's wandering around for now. Hopefully by the time she gets bored and goes back, she looks distressed enough that if her uncle asks, she can just cry about how nobody was around. That's the
And
plan.
as you do that, you hear kind of in armor, someone say, "Hey, Lol Kremling, you look lost."
She
And I would like
practically
you to
jumps
tell
out of her
me,
skin.
yeah, I would like you to tell me what Bright Lord Non Zashu Amalan, your older brother, looks
Mhm.
like.
Nanzashu is a big, tall man. He's got bright red hair, pale blue eyes like their father. He is wearing military uniform, the colors of Sebarial. And he has this. He looks very brawny, not the brainy type like her. But he, despite being, brawn over brains, he is
Mhm.
quite witty, and has like this air of being a prankster when he's not on duty. Oh, brother.
Shalash Breath, you look like you've gotten bad news recently.
Yes, dear uncle is sending me out into the field. So I will be leaving soon. I expect tomorrow, but I don't know where this these gentlemen I'm supposed to meet are. They were supposed to be here. She gestures in the direction of the training ground, but nobody was there. So I'm looking fervently so that I may complete my task.
I'm sorry, a wind spren must have been messing with my ear. I heard you're going out. What field?
The Shattered Plains. I'm not sure if I'm able to discuss the specifics of the the expedition. However, I will no longer be. She looks so crestfallen. I will no longer be working with Brightness Navani. I've been taken off of that assignment, but I will be in charge of the engineering for this expedition, so it's as good. She's trying so hard to be positive about it.
Baby sister, I rarely see you leave your rooms, let alone your lab. Why would
Well, why would I? There's so
the
much work to do.
Yes, I understand that. But why would the High Prince believe this to be why are you making a route?
Um,
To where?
I am not sure I'm allowed to disclose the information. You can ask Uncle. Maybe he'll tell you. She's hiding behind her book. I don't know what I'm allowed to say yet.
I'm not the smartest man on Roshar, but seeing as how there is only one other place besides, I don't know, into a singer camp, you're heading back to the war camps?
Yes, I have to retrieve things from my lab anyway if I'm going to help with this expedition, so it's a necessary stop regardless, but yes, we're going there.
So he's sending in a battalion.
I believe he said 15 men? I asked for more, but he said he couldn't spare more.
He literally places his hands on the side of the wall and just starts breathing slowly.
Brother, he said you weren't coming with me. What am I supposed to do? I don't
Father
know these
hasn't
people.
given me any information on this. Well, you need me to come with you, obviously.
I asked and Uncle said no.
Well, Storm's what he says. I'll just have Father give me leave.
Oh, I suppose, yes.
Who's in
Six
charge of
bullets
this? I can communicate with him.
Have you ever heard of a... She flips through her notes. Have you ever heard of a Torvin Jast? I've never heard of such a house. Apparently, he's Dark Eyes of the Second Dawn.
This isn't a time to joke. Okay,
No, it's
Cierna.
not a joke. Uncle told me himself. He came to my lab today and told me to go find them. He said he wasn't the one to make introductions and that I had to find them. I'm not very good at this.
Though I am not one to judge Uncle's choices in partners. Sending
blink.
my baby sister out on an expedition led by a Dark Eye seems a little more, shall we say, experimental for my taste.
I would agree, but I can't very well say no to Uncle. He'll ship me back to Mother. I don't want to go home.
Damnation.
I don't want to get married.
Neither of
I don't
us
want
will
to be
deal
a
with such a...
Debutante. I belong in a lab.
You can't debutante. You can spell
No.
it, but you can't.
Backwards and forwards. Anyway.
Are you...
Well,
There's something in me that's telling me that you're actually interested in this.
I should at least hear what they have to say. Meet them. If they're terrible cats, then I will go to Uncle.
We saw that cat that one time and you can't stop talking about it.
Listen. It was cute. And she kind of like fidgets with her book before she closes it, because she shouldn't be reading her notes while she's having a conversation, even though she was absolutely writing the entire time, and she tucks it under her arm. It would be good experience, and Uncle said that Brightness Navani would be impressed if I led my own expedition, and then she would ask to work with me, not the other way around. I wouldn't have to be like an intern. Maybe we could be equals in the study of engineering. Comrades, colleagues, friends.
Yes, and I will ride into battle parallel to Adolin Colin. Cierna, I want nothing more than your happiness, so if this is something that you want, then you'll obviously have security for this. I'll ask around what guards have been stationed with this.
He said there was a man with a big sword. I don't know his name either.
That literally could be any of the Light Eyes within the... You are not helping.
She shrugs. If you give me a list, I could probably triangulate which one would be most likely to go on the... Never mind. If I impress Brightness Navani, then that would be great. And if going on this expedition requires such things, then I could leave the lab for a little while, I think. I don't want to. I really don't want to. Please don't make me go. Could you come with me? That would be, yes. Then you could be my buffer between me and the new people.
Of course I can come. I'll talk to
Sorry,
Father.
It's hard to stop laughing.
Are Sebarial's Ardents coming? The bubbly one and the crotchety one?
Yes, unfortunately. I don't know why Uncle won't let me pick my Ardents. They're so misaligned. It's distasteful.
Well, they are chosen by the heralds themselves, so I don't know if that's...
Not for my kind of science. One is old and one barely has any experience at all. I will learn to live with it, but I'm not happy with it at the moment. I liked the other assistants I had better. And then they moved them all.
Well, they need to figure this place out. And he kind of looks around your Thiru. There's this unsettling feeling here. Maybe I might be
Yes,
with
it's all
you
the
on.
people crammed in one place. They should be spread out, preferably not socializing.
How did you survive these war camps for so long, baby sister?
Uncle let me stay in my lab.
Of
Left me
course.
to my own devices.
Well,
And now I
I
have
will be
budget.
that.
She's like bouncing.
How much
only if
did High Prince Sebarial give you?
Above table, Craig. I actually am not sure exactly how much. He said
There is no limit.
there's no limit. Okay. Well, he said
Same
there
for you,
wasn't a
Torvin.
he said there wasn't a limit. I could get any materials I want if I go. It does require me to go. If I, the budget is very appealing. I could get a lot of new equipment with that kind of money.
Storms.
I know I just got new equipment last year, but they've updated since then.
I can imagine. Plus, we'll probably need some chulls to carry all of this, so...
Yes. My instruments. How will they transport my instruments? My implements. All of my lab gear. I don't know if they'll have
Chulls?
room. He made it sound like we were just going with a small party of people. I don't know how I'm going to have a field lab without people to set up for me.
We'll figure it out. For now,
Okay.
maybe shopping is ideal.
Shopping!
And as you and your brother make your way to shop, that is exactly what Torvin and his gang will also need to do. Just real quick, I want to go over give me what you believe you will need, as well as we'll call this investigation rolls. Yes, you as well. Cierna.
Is that all?
What is
All-
what is
all of you, yes.
investigation?
Because each of you
Okay.
need, I'm sorry, that
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
on
say
me.
is
That's on me. I'm doing it
Deduction?
again.
are we
Deduction, yes.
Okay.
Deduction. Cierna, you can
Yes.
use crafting. I'll let you use crafting as well if you want to do
It's
that.
the same bonus either way.
Cool.
But I'll use crafting since it's my specialty. That's a 19.
19. Two things that you realize. You will definitely need those chulls to carry
Okay.
your gear, your equipment.
Hmm.
But also you will need chulls to carry a bridge.
A bridge. Bridge. Yes, we will need bridges. Or a bridge will be on the Shattered Plains. So, she opens up her book again and starts doing math. I expect we would need at least 15 chulls then for all of the different wagons that we would have for the equipment. I would prefer 20, and perhaps an extra wagon. Would there be a storm wagon? Is it going to storm while we're there? That's a good question. I should ask the storm warden, since she just is rambling on and on
Mhm.
while her poor brother has to listen to her just go on and on about
He's still on
calculations.
15 chulls. Like, what the? How do we get to 15? Torvin, what did you roll?
Oh, not good. I rolled a 1.
One. That's a
That's
complication.
a 3 total. Yeah.
For the most part, you are still kind of lost at the idea of leading Light Eyes. And you kind of think of things that you'll need personally, and you don't think of the entire expedition. I will say we'll come back to what that means for when we start the expedition, like actually start it, later on. Well, you're basically missing some of your resources you might need.
Okay.
Because you're right there for me. Nev, what did you roll? You're muted.
Sorry, what was it? What did you need me to roll again? What was it? Investigation?
Deduction.
Oh, deduction. Oh,
Deduction.
Oh, yeah, really good at this.
Oh, for these as well, guys, if you have an expertise that you feel matches the role, you can use that as well. So make sure you check your expertise. And if it makes sense, if you can even make it make sense, you know?
Okay, me being new, you're saying check my expertise. I'm not, but like, I literally am a scout in the Shattered Plains. I feel like I would like know, probably some of the best things to bring, right, and have on you. I may not be as familiar with like large caravans, but from what it sounded like originally, it was supposed to be a small team, which is something I'm familiar with. So I would argue that, that would give me a little bit of a nod, I guess.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to say is for yourself, using that expertise, and for Cierna, you both will, we are up to 2, because I'm not going to like badger you guys about actual supplies, but 2 basically tools in which you are able to use. If you think of something you want to do, you'll just pull out of hammer space the thing you need, and that's something that you picked up from Sebarial's wares at this point.
Great.
Dialan, what did you roll?
I rolled a 15, and
15 is a pass.
Yeah, and I'd like to make an argument for military life expertise. I know a lot about logistics, armies moving on their feet, moving across specifically the Shattered Plains, and I'm looking for all of the things that I never had while I was serving on crews and serving in the military. I want a pulley system. I want extra ladders. I'm looking for ropes. I'm looking for things to get behind cover with, like easily deployed stuff, like barrels, like anything that can provide cover on open plains from Parshendi, from I'm looking for the nitty gritty. I want all of the things that are going to keep us safe and also able to rip people out of the chasms if they fall.
Absolutely. And I'll say the same thing. You guys are now at 3 basically, I gotta have a name for it. Basically equipment points, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So later on when we're doing endeavors, and if you come up with an idea on what to do or want to do a skill roll, this will be you'll use an equipment point to assist you in that. That could give you possibly an opportunity dice to add to it. But with that, I will also say, because you specifically said pulley system, as you're like trying to talk to different smiths here in Sebarial's camp, and Torvin, what you notice is where you lack, like, you know what to get for yourself as if you are a merchant going on this voyage, but where you have a weakness in what you need to get the soldiers or the scouts, that's where Nev and Dialan come in and kind of get you locked in on those things, like especially a bridge. You have been in Herdaz forever, and it didn't just come to thought when you got here. All the bridges were already like set up for you. It didn't even come to mind that you would need one on this expedition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I do have a fashion expertise, so I probably got myself.
You get
like
a nice coat.
nice pair of boots. Like
that's amazing. Do you really have that?
I do. Yeah.
Let's go.
It's a diplomat thing.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Nev's looking fly as hell.
With that though, with the pulley system, one of the smiths basically tells you, there was an Artifabrian that was asking for something similar a few weeks back. At these 2 Ardents, they were like opposites. It was weird. And he kind of like points out where her lab is kind of set up. And at this time, Cierna, you are back with a bunch of the stuff that you bought. The Chols are still in their stables. But
I ended up with 16 of them. An even number was more sufficient.
okay, we cannot have 16 trolls. We will get
More
back to
trolls
the
than
old
people.
troll.
I know, I'm kidding.
Oh God, Craig sweat when you said that.
You said it was an unlimited budget, Craig.
I did
Give me all
say
the trolls.
that. But 16
Oh,
trolls
budget just got
only
tighter. Oh.
with only
200
15 people.
trolls. I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
upping the number.
Oh,
guys-
the
you guys are
Unlimited
just
budget, but there's not unlimited trolls though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trolls all
You guys
the way
are just
down,
making a
guys.
meal for the chasm fiends to just
Yeah.
ooh, buffet for me.
We're supposed to be low profile in this.
Stampede of
No,
trolls at 1 mile per hour.
I reserve the appropriate number.
No,
I'll
absolutely.
decide.
But as you are joking with your brother in your lab, you see a light eye lieutenant of Sebarial's guard walk in. Dialan, you walk in trying to find the artifabrian that the smithy kind of told you about. You mute it.
I peek in. I try to be polite. Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
Cierna turns because nobody ever visits her lab, and now multiple people have visited her lab today. Yes, can I help you?
Soldier report. Because her brother does outrank you.
Oh yeah.
And I fall in and give a quick salute. Dialan Villain, reporting. I have been told that there was a piece of equipment that may help our travels across the Shattered Plains, and it was purchased here. I was looking to see if I could requisition it.
Villain.
Requisition.
Yes. The tenor.
That is me.
She looks at her brother like,
So,
That's a bit
Sebarial picked
rude.
him up a while ago.
it's a bit rude, isn't it?
What's
she kind
rude?
of looks at calling him that to his face. She's like acting like he's not there. She's like whispering
I mean-
behind her book.
What's more embarrassing, being a tenor or being led by Dark Eyes?
She kind of, her shoulders slump a little bit. If Uncle chose him, then surely. I'm sorry. Officer? I'm not good with titles. You said you require equipment for.
A long expedition out onto the Shattered Plains. We're under the orders of one Jast. He's been brought
Oh.
in by High Prince Sebarial. And
Yes,
yes, you know him?
I will be on the expedition. Yes, I'm the Artifabrian.
Dialan just kind of nods. Seems he feels a little foolish. Well then. Would it be a bother that you bring with the rope and pulley system that you had purchased a short
Of
time
course,
back?
such a thing is necessary for the Shattered Plains, given how dangerous it is. But yes, it is on the list.
Dialan looks like a little confused.
She takes a note.
What would you use a rope and pulley system for on the Shattered Plains?
Well, there are many such uses. Rescue, should it become necessary, though I am not physically capable. It is good for counterbalancing when building particular fabrials. It's a useful thing to have just in case of emergency. Blink, blink.
He goes a little thin-lipped and kind of, I have only truly seen a pulley system used to haul out the dead.
Oh, how morbid. She kind of looks at her brother like, what's up with this guy?
I'll give you this information later, baby sister.
Okay.
Lieutenant, my sister would be happy to assist you with the tools you require. I ask you to make the oath of being able to protect my sister out on the plains.
Should she be accompanying us out onto the plains, it will be my life or hers.
Impressive.
Understood. Well, I've been playing hooky long enough.
Oh, you have to go?
I've been on watch this entire time.
Oh. She kind of... you'll please let me know what father said. Or actually, she looks to Dialan. Right, Lord. When are we to depart? I have not met this Torvin yet.
Tomorrow morning. Bright and early.
So soon. Oh. She looks to the Ardents. Pack faster. We leave tomorrow.
Voras. And he like takes his books and kind of puts them in a backpack.
I know, I'm sorry.
You hear a few more crashes as Senna breaks more stuff. Sorry.
It's quite all right. She plasters on this very fake smile, even though her skin is crawling at the fact that this very inexperienced Ardent keeps messing up her lab. Okay, is this Torvin nearby? I should like to meet him before we depart.
Torvin is near, but may I ask a question?
Certainly.
How many scholars are we bringing with us on this expedition?
She gestures to the two Ardents. My assistants and myself.
Hello, Bright
And
Lord.
And possibly she looks to her brother who's probably getting ready to leave. Possibly also my brother, right? You'll ask father if you can take leave.
I've not yet had father not approve my leave.
Thank you.
I see. This is good to know. If you are prepared and would like to take a short walk, I can take you to Torvin to meet him.
Yes, I should like to meet him right away.
Of course. Please, as soon as you are ready, follow me.
She will do so. And you notice she brings the book that she's holding the whole time, and she's scribbling notes as she walks with you.
Dialan, give me an agility check.
And agility.
Agility.
Okay. That is a 19.
19. You're about to stumble because some of your plate gets stuck to the stone, and you catch yourself at the last second at the table.
Storms.
You hear a little giggle as a windsprint kind of blows by your ear.
Oh. I'll haul the piece of plate that's stuck. Is it still stuck?
After a moment, because you caught yourself, but after a moment,
Okay.
like Cierna, you're like waiting for him to start walking, and he's just taking his time trying to pull this piece of armor, and then eventually you're able to collect yourself and
What was
pull
that?
it up.
Right, Lord, are you quite all right?
I am fine. That was, I was adjusting my plate, and it pinched me in a strange way, and then I stumbled because of the
I
shock of it.
I see. She just kind of totally indifferent. I see.
Anyway,
you're all
well,
right.
carry on. Let's. I believe we can go now. And Dialan's going to try to like compartmentalize that and understand what happened, but also he needs to take this person to Torvin, and he makes haste, but doesn't try to outpace or anything. Just walks.
Right. your soldiers were waiting outside and they follow with. Nev, my question is, are you with Torvin?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
probably at this point, I'm like, you see, and this is the same time like I've been drinking, and we're just like we left that,
you
and
guys are still buzzed.
I'm like pretty drunk at this point because I was on leave. And I'm like, so here's the thing. I don't know if clearly you're in charge, so it would be my recommendation that we bring a bridge into the Shattered Plains, because how else are you gonna storm and cross it?
That's a sound plan. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah, you
Well,
hadn't. Okay. What next? You're gonna ask for 16 chols? Anyway,
no, but do you like these boots?
do I like the?
You know what? Yeah, boots for everybody. He says to the merchant that they're at right now.
Okay, I think maybe
Right away, sir. And he just
I
started
mean,
happy as hell.
maybe not as shiny. You don't want to attract attention if you can help it at times.
If we need to negotiate, it'd be nice to look sharp. Look, I don't have a lot of expertise on the Shattered Plains, but I know how to run a negotiation. And I'm, believe it or not, good at what I do. And I know how to lean on the expertise of others. So, the fact that I have you, the fact that I have Dialan, the rest of your men, your entourage, this is...
Whoa. Okay. I don't have an entourage. Okay, it's me and Kelly, and that's how we like it. Okay.
Yes.
And to be fair, if that the big guy is that Dialan, he's the one that's supposed to be protecting us. Did you look at him?
Yeah,
It doesn't
you
look like
should
he
have
can protect the side of a freaking wall.
It looks like Rock fought him and he lost.
Yeah, it was actually a much smaller man than you would have imagined that beat him up. Yeah.
Yes,
This disappoints me.
This. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, fair enough. As long as we keep it small, and hopefully it's just, we stick it to this, we go there and have those conversations. I just, God forbid they give us someone who's never been even outdoors or something. That'd be, yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Look, we've all got our expertise and we'll lean on them. I'm sure Dialan brings something to the table. Sebarial,
He's big.
as they say, they don't make bad choices.
Who says
You know,
this?
They do, Kelly.
Sebarial.
They do. Oh, of
Who's-
course, he would say that. Oh, I don't
This
make bad
is-
choices.
This is impossible.
Okay.
Anyone
This-
make bad choice. It is mathematically impossible to not at least make at least one bad choice in your life.
You
They're sick lowlanders. What is this?
look. Are we going
to
will,
die?
No, Kelly. No. Look, out of everyone that's going on this trip, we're probably the ones that are most likely to live. Okay.
That's right.
So-
we have strongest legs. We'll run away from danger. This makes
Yours
sense.
are slightly stronger than mine, but that's I'm quick. Look,
you do less squats.
Torvin, 'cause, I can appreciate. I'm more than happy. I prefer not to be out in front doing all the talking, and I leave that to other people that are actually skilled at that. You, by all means, have the expertise. You got the shiny boots, probably a new coat. I'm sure that won't get dirty out on the Shattered Plains while we're traveling for weeks. But I'll leave that to you. They can do the protecting. I will scout the best path forward and try to avoid any and all troubles, ranging from chasm fiends to, I don't know, Parshendi to Voidbringers now, bandits, if we run any, although it's kind of rare. All that kind of stuff.
The ones that fly and lightning comes from their hands.
Yeah, if they
Oh,
show
and the
up,
storm that goes the wrong way, and then the storm that goes the right way, and then white spines, and then falling into chasms, and then rocks that fall from chasms. And as Kelly continues to name all the dangerous things, Dialan and Cierna walk up.
Well, we're going to look to avoid as many of those obstacles as we can. I have utmost faith in our team.
I almost believe you. Oh, there he is. Welcome.
Ah,
Oh, brightness.
Yes, hello.
brightness.
Are you, or which one of you is Master Torvin Just?
Sorry.
Hmm.
She gives you like this withering look, like immediate judgment, but doesn't say anything.
I'm definitely swaying. It's just-
Ah, very nice to meet you, brightness. Torvin Just would be me.
Ah, I see. So then I am to report to you. I am Cierna Amalan, the Artifabrian. I was advised that I am to join this expedition.
Wonderful. The gang's all here.
I give a like a not so subtle but trying to be subtle glance to Kelly at the fact that they're joining us on this expedition. Like, and I try to be sly about it, but it's like I'm not. You know, I'm 3 sheets to the wind. So
she
it's
is
like
she is using one finger to stop you from swaying, and she just shakes her head.
Oh, quite a team we've got here, right? We're gonna
She
make
quickly
the High
glances around
Prince.
at the soldiers and drunk people around her. I see.
I'm sure we're gonna make the High Prince very wealthy.
it's going to be
I should
great to
hope
have
so.
you on the expedition. Brightness.
I should hope so. I'm the best Artifabrian here, other than Navani herself.
Oh, was she an option?
She just
That's a
looks
joke.
at you.
Brightness.
I don't do jokes.
Ah, I see. Well, this will be a long trip.
Not that I'm unfriendly. I simply generally don't understand humor.
They have a term for that in Herdaz. With all due respect, brightness, they would call you a hooch.
I see. That sounds quite unpleasant, whatever it is.
Oh, it's endearing.
I'm sure. Mr. Just, I am
All right.
sure you are already in the process of obtaining equipment for our expedition.
Yep, we got a bridge. I told him about a bridge. So we got the bridge, and I'm making sure that he doesn't forget any of the other things. That's why myself and Kelly are here, because to be fair, he's not really from, he hasn't really been to the Shattered Plains. So that's, you know, you're in good hands, Brightness. I promise. We'll take good care of you.
I'm sure. I'm terribly convinced.
Kelly leans to Nev. She says words. I do not understand if she is serious or not.
Yeah, no, she's
It's
not.
the same face every time.
Yeah, I think that might be her joking face because she doesn't do jokes.
Understood. Brightness, do you have map?
I do.
May I see?
Oh, of course. And she like fumbles with the book in her hands for a second. Suddenly all decorum and grace has evaporated into nothing as she gets kind of flustered. Oh, yes. And she kind of like goes into like a little satchel she has kind of slung over her shoulder and pulls out a little scroll. Please don't bend it. I only have one copy and I haven't redone it yet. Your hands are clean, right?
By the tiny gods, she is adorable. Yes, they are very clean, Brightness. And she will gently take the map from you. Nev, as Kelly opens the map, this is the most gorgeous, pristine looking map of the Shattered Plains you have ever seen in your life.
Oh,
You know
please
don't
exactly where
bend it.
everything is.
I wanted
Storm.
to frame it.
Kelly, do you, as you can see, I mean, this is going to make I mean, you could damn near plot any position you want to go to on this thing. Where did you get this?
She hesitates because she's not sure if she should disclose to these people who Sebarial is to her. The High Prince had it delivered to me.
Storms, this must be important.
Yes. Now, if you're done looking, she kind of grabby hands back
no,
for the map.
No. We need
I'll make
to.
you a copy. Well, I'll make you a copy.
I mean, how? I mean, we got to do some planning tonight if we're going to be leaving tomorrow. That's why we're here, right? Experts.
She I don't know how tall you are, but
not kind of like wiry too. Like he's not very well.
Kelly is taller than him.
Kelly's like way taller than me. She's the big one.
Cierna's not terribly tall either, but she kind of leans in your direction and says, "If you spill a single drop of wine or get any dirt on my copy, well, I don't think you want to find out what happens. So you can either give me some time to make a copy, or you can risk it."
Brightness, if I may. Kelly points to a spot right by the Oath Gate. Up here, chasm theme. Over here, white spine nest. Here, this plateau itself, very weak. If Chol stand breaks, all die. We would like to use this map to plan route that does not get entire expedition killed too early.
She kind of squints. All right.
Well, this is why we were all brought together, right? To use our individual expertise, you've provided a wonderful map, and our experienced planeswalkers will use it to their fullest extent. Great. Teamwork already on day one.
I'll wash my hands.
Thank you.
Of course, Brightness.
You do understand that part of our mission is to determine the most efficient route to the forest, correct?
I was going to take us, as far south and then east and then maybe circle a few. Yes, of course, Brightness. That's sarcasm. Yes, we are going to try to find the most efficient route. However, we will not sacrifice safety. As much as I was on leave and am frankly not in the best space in my head at the moment, we will make sure that we get the safest and most direct route possible. But as Kelly said, the goal is to not have the entire party killed or maimed. One caveat for everyone here, and Torvin we were just speaking with, but any of the ones that you see that fly with the lightning, we can't, there's no real, if they show up, that's just that.
Oh.
Yeah, they do that now.
Scared at that.
Yeah, when it's just
Our
us,
advice is
fine.
to look up.
Look up. Right.
We'll watch the skies.
Oh, Kelly, you kill me.
So, preferably, yes, the safest route obviously would be best. I'm certainly not advocating for rushing by any means. We do need to stop in the war camps, correct? And she looks at Torvin.
For anything else that we still need, yes.
Well, I have a laboratory there that has... The laboratory I have here is... She kind of stumbles over her words. The laboratory I have here in Urithiru is temporary, and most of my equipment is in the war camps.
Brightness, what do we need a laboratory for?
Did High Prince Sebarial not mention why I'm coming along?
Oh, he mentioned that we would be utilizing your engineering expertise. I didn't realize that we were going to be running experiments.
Well, I'm not bringing my entire lab, just enough for some field equipment. And I do have assistants, too. Only 2. It's not a large team.
Okay.
It's mainly
As you
for taking
mentioned,
measurements.
Okay. If it's needed for our ultimate goal, of course, you won't get any argument from me, but you do understand, as you yourself mentioned, speed is a priority for us.
Yes, of
We're not going
course.
to have time to set up and take measurements of. They have flowers out there? I didn't see any flowers really out in the Shattered Plains on the way in here.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Botany is
Yeah.
not my area of expertise. I am an engineer.
In any case, we are going to be moving at quite a pace.
I understand.
Okay.
Master Torvin, I don't typically like to pull rank with people, and I do not wish to do so. However, my uncle
Great.
will be so unhappy if I do not get to take my measurements to further his goals in the Shattered Plains. So I think it would behoove you to, when we do stop to make camp, allow me to do so. I will do my best not to uphold your progress any differently than what you already plan to do.
Her uncle.
And who is your uncle?
The very man who put you on this job, who put me on this job.
Ah,
Ugh, storms.
interesting. Very interesting.
Stole the words
Wait, are
from,
you being real? Like, are you being serious? I can't tell. Really? Oh God, it's gonna complicate things.
So this would be the same man that put me in charge of the expedition, correct?
Yes, of course.
Right.
I am not demanding that you change very much at all. Only when we stop. I think that would be sufficient.
Well, as I said, you're free to do whatever you'd like as long as we keep our pace. That's all
I
I
can do
want to
that.
ensure. You can, as much equipment as you can fit on the chulls, that's fine.
All right.
But just know if we do need to make weight for whatever reason, if we lose a chull, as is known to happen on these expeditions, and we need to make a choice, I will be the one determining that choice.
Equipment is generally replaceable. Being emotionally attached
Dialan,
to such things is
Make me a perception check, please.
detrimental.
Make a perception. Okay. Absolutely.
I love that you guys are all meeting Nev
That's-
as he's been drinking. It's just like
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Excellent.
That's a nat 20, yeah. For a
Ooh.
total of 22.
hot.
22.
Got 2 crits already.
You're so hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Oh.
You notice on Torvin's person is a blinking gem, a red blinking gem, and then you realize it's a span reed.
Well, while we're arguing about whether to bring volumetric flasks or fresh pairs of boots, I think you may have a missive, Torvin.
Torvin, you notice one of your span reeds going off, and it's one of your more important span reeds.
Oh. Didn't know I had those on me.
You would need to
I
go
guess,
somewhere so you can receive the message.
Yes, I guess I have correspondence. I'll go find a private area. We can get to know each other. And he goes off to find anywhere somewhat quiet.
And as you all examine one another, Torvin, you find a secluded area. You place your hand to a piece of paper, wait for the flame spren within your span reed to connect with its other half across the wherever the responding person is, and your hand begins to write what they are writing. We'll meet you at the Shattered Plane. We'll meet you at the war camps. Complete this task.
Does it say who it's from? Do I know who this is from? Is this
You do know who this is from.
okay? It takes me a minute to decipher the writing as I'm still not very practiced at it. So it's a short message, but it takes me a minute to fully read it. And I make my way back to the group, and I try and tuck the span reed somewhere a little bit less noticeable.
And as you go on to continue your night learning about these new companions, we will begin our expedition next week. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us on the first episode and introduction of the Heirs of Honor. We got a few awesome characters. We got some interesting mysteries to find out what's going on with. And we got an Oregon Trail basically going on. That's the gist of this. But thank you for hanging out with us. If you did not catch the whole episode, that is quite all right. We will be throwing it up on the YouTubes very soon at youtube.com/MagiRPG. If you want to chat with us about Cosmere RPG, fear not, you can find us on the Discords with MagiRPG. Tomorrow, we are on to our next episode of Blood Money. I believe it's 7th. Don't quote me on that. And then on Tuesday, the return of Breath Between Branches. Everyone, I hope you have a wonderful evening, wonderful week and weekend. And remember, journey before destination. Catch you guys later.